Hey everyone, this is Alex.
This is Bashka, we're with Odyssey, and this is episode 27. And we're going to talk about this is going to be the second episode of our, what do you call it? Marvel Universe
Journey. That's
Pilgrimage?
What I say. Yeah.
Sure.
Pilgrimage Journey. Oh yeah, maybe we should use Pilgrimage instead. MCU Pilgrimage is the series we call it as.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Or, MCU Odyssey. One or the other.
Yeah, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
In this episode, we're going to be discussing the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk from 2008.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, without getting into the spoilers and whatnot, initial impressions of the movie. So, overall, what do you think?
I don't know. Is it because I've watched Iron Man and had expectation? I wouldn't say so. I kind of went this without the things like I didn't came here with like a lot of expectations. Like I didn't watch it and go like, "Ooh, Iron Man was amazing, so it has to be amazing." I didn't even, to be honest, I didn't even remember that we're gonna watch a movie. I was like, "Oh, okay, sure, what it is." Like I watched it and I was like, "Huh?" Yeah. So at first I didn't like anything about it, and by the end I've liked the old man there, Stan, and the Hulk's voice. That's the only two things that I like in that whole movie. Everything else, I don't find it captivating at all. I don't find the story interesting. I don't find the human relation interesting. I don't find the heroine interesting. I don't find the main character interesting. I don't find the enemy interesting. The fight scene are bland. It's even like the finishing move at the end when he was like strangling the thing.
Yeah.
Which is like, from my point of view, it's just a blurry mess of green and paler green, just go wrestling like a spastic monkey, jumping back and forth like wrestling. I couldn't even see whose hand was where and what is happening. So overall, it just feels very messy and sloppy. That's what it feels like to me. I don't know.
Okay. Interesting. For me, I didn't hate it, but I didn't think it was. I thought it was an okay movie, to be honest.
For me, I would say I hate it, but I wouldn't say it's okay either. I'm like
It's well. Here's the thing. Like, it's watchable. Would I watch it again? Probably not.
You watched it 3 times, didn't you?
I mean, in total, yeah, I probably watched it 3 times. But, like in terms of like, because I rewatched,
willingness, not really.
Yeah, because I rewatched this for the podcast, right? But in terms of like watching it on my own, I wouldn't. Like, I would rewatch Iron Man 1. I'm down to watch that. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like I would watch it again too. That was
but
good.
Hulk, if someone really wanted to, I would. But I wouldn't just go out of my way to watch it.
I agree.
All right, so let's get into the spoilers now.
Right.
So, Bruce Banner. Okay, let's talk about his character. What did you think of his character in this movie?
I don't know anything about him.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like he's portrayed at all. I don't know if I'm just not paying attention, or just because I have no interest in him, like, at all. From like the beginning, like the first chance that I gave him, see what kind of person he is and whatnot. I just like fell out of love right away. So I don't know. I'm just like, sure. You got like 10 more minutes to interest me. Nothing, eh? That's kind of like how. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. Yeah, I don't find him captivating at all.
I wish they did more sciencey stuff with Banner.
I agree. Because right now, the whole time, like, I mean, when I'm watching it, like, he doesn't have to be a scientist. He could be like a, like literally a pizza delivery man, and I would be like, oh, okay. It's like, it just doesn't feel. Because like, there's a one scene where he was like, I don't know, if like distilling like flowers and like doing whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like to show that he's a scientist kind of thing. I don't know. I just don't feel it. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but like he's also supposed to be one of the smartest characters in the Marvel universe, right?
Oh yeah.
But he hasn't done anything really that smart in the movie.
And the thing is, like, he didn't. How do I say this? He didn't say because I was expecting like when they say like a smart person, like just like a stereotype of a smart person is that they're very geeky, and when they're talking about stuff that they know a lot of,
Mm.
they would talk nonstop, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't do this in this movie at all, right?
No, he seems kind of like aloof, almost like he doesn't give a shit.
And the thing is, the other doctor, the Mr. Blue or whatever, he did that. He went go like, oh yeah, but yeah, but here, look at this. It was like, he had the nerd energy, so to speak. You know what I mean? And I thought he's way more interested in Bruce by like instant.
Now, okay, so let me ask you this: you think it's because of the script or the actor?
I don't know. Because like, I don't know if he was directed to be that way, or he's just not,
Not give a shit.
as in like not expressing enough, or like he doesn't get the character, or he just don't. I don't know, because I mean, especially right now, like when you're saying this, I'm comparing to Tony Stark, right?
Yeah.
Tony Stark, he's very him. Like I could see him that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It matches so perfectly, but in this one, I feel like a huge amount of mismatch.
Mm.
Either from the looks, he doesn't look very scientific to me.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't look very. How do I say this? Yeah, he just doesn't look. He doesn't match the image of Bruce to me at all.
Because okay, so I do know that from the behind the scenes that the guy who's playing Bruce Banner, Edward Norton, he wanted to rewrite some of the. He wanted to write the script of this movie. Like he wanted some kind of
Right.
creative control, but he ended up not getting that control over the movie. So there might have been like a little bit of disconnect there during the production. So maybe that's why.
I see.
Which is why he didn't get brought back either in the future. They just recasted him.
Right. So, question. Do we ever know what's the creative liberty that he was trying to put in, kind of thing?
No idea, and I don't.
I see.
I don't think it matters too much at this point.
Yeah, well, true, but a what if story could be pretty interesting too, right? You know what I mean?
Well, at that time, I don't know. Maybe it could have been for the better, or it could have been for the worse.
Or worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just never know.
Yeah. That's why.
Overall, I don't know. I think physically he did kind of look like Bruce Banner. Maybe if he had wearing the glasses.
Maybe I don't know. Probably geekier glasses would have helped.
Yeah.
Because when he wore the glasses, like in the early part of the movie, he just looks like a,
Like a nerd.
middle-aged, like a
dad.
middle-aged man. Yeah, like a dad.
Like a dad.
No,
Yeah.
that's the word. Like, just like dad just got like sick of like their kids, like, fucking around, so he just like a vacation somewhere, I just don't want to deal with this shit, so I'm just gonna go to my backyard, put on my glasses, and play with my chemical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that's what it feels like to me. Probably if you got like a geekier glasses, like I don't know, round glasses or something. I don't know, just something that he needs to be more geeky. That's what I think, more nerd like.
Okay. Okay. Next character would be Betty Ross.
Who is that?
Elizabeth Ross, his girlfriend.
Oh yeah. See, this is like how much interest I have with those characters. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't even remember like
Anything.
Bruce's name until like you mention it. Like it's like Bruce. Who's Bruce?
I know.
Batman. And I was like, oh yeah, this one's Bruce too. I was like, oh yeah.
We
sure.
literally just watched
Now
the
you
movie.
mention it.
We literally just watched
Yeah.
the movie.
I have no idea who Bruce was until you. Oh right. Yeah, that's just like how much I'm not interested in it, I guess.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, I played. Like, it's not like I'm not interested in Hulk at all. No, don't get me wrong. Because I played a Hulk game. I think it was like around 2008. Yeah. So the game of the Incredible Hulk came out in PS2. I played that because I played also in PS2. There's a Spider-Man game. It was amazing, but I don't want to go off tangent, so I'm just gonna stick with the Hulk. The Hulk also has a free roam. Like in Spider-Man, you swing around. Right, with Hulk, you jump and you actually climb like walls and stuff with your like finger and stuff. And I was like, wow, this is like cool. And you could grab tanks and make them into like a boxing glove and like bunch of stuff. It was amazing. I love that. That's probably like the one moment that I was really interested in Hulk.
I
And that
see.
was my image of Hulk, how like free and destructive he can be, kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly. Yeah, right.
But then I watched this movie, and I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like I just went like, what? Because I'm pretty sure that that game was based on the movie,
It's supposed to be, yeah.
and the game was fun. That's what I'm saying, and I like Hawk on that one,
Okay.
not in the movie. So that's
That's interesting. To say
yeah.
the least, interesting. Okay, well, anyways, going back to the topic. So, what did you think
Right.
of the relationship between Banner and Ross, Betty Ross?
Boring.
Boring. No, but
It's very it's very how do I say this? Very generic. It's like they're trying to do the the Beauty and the Beast bullcrap thing. You know what I mean?
okay, yeah, yeah,
And
gotcha.
it's very boring. It's like the only how to call it the only conflict they probably had like out of those two was when from the taxi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When Betty was pissed off and you shut your mouth, like you zip your mouth or whatever she said, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that was like the only emotion like that I felt like I don't know in place, so to speak. That was the part that made her kind of like interesting. But after that, she came back to this mellow heroine that just want to go like, stop, no, don't hurt him and shit like that. Like, fuck. Good thing I'm not the Hulk. I would have like fucking chuck her off a roof or something.
See, like, I don't know much about Betty Ross in the comics, but the way they portrayed her in this movie is they made her like very supportive and caring and loving of Banner, despite
I
the
mean,
fact that he's
I mean,
a Hulk monster.
yeah, I know. It's probably kind of like the contrast, The Hulk is the destructive and whatever, and she's the caring and the loving, the one who could calm her down, like him down and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I
I
get it,
guess.
but it's there's a better way to do this. I'm pretty sure. Like that's just feels bland and boring. I don't know how. I can't really think of it right now, but
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be like a 2008 thing.
right, this is like 13 years ago.
Yeah. Times
Good God, that was a long time ago.
story writing has changed a lot since then.
Oh yeah.
Okay, now for the next character, General Ross. I thought he did okay in the movie.
For me, I think he. For me, I think he's the character that I think. How do I say this? Like fits
Yeah.
my image of him.
Yeah.
He feels right. Like he. I don't know if he plays it right or whatever, but he feels right. Like he's.
Yeah, I would agree. Like this character was casted well. This character was
Yeah. I'd say that's the word. Cast it well.
in terms of what I don't know, but in terms of in the way he did in the movie, he didn't really do
Mm-hmm.
much.
He didn't do much, but I don't know. I kind of saw the subtlety. You know what I mean? Like in a sense that, for example, he said that he loved his daughter and whatever, but like there's a lot of scene where he pretty much just left her to like death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Multiple instance, like when they were like apprehending Hulk in the school, was it or whatever,
Yeah.
that building when they got when Hulk got smoke and whatever.
Yeah.
She pretty much okay. Unit pull back.
Yeah.
Everybody pulls back, but the daughter just walks straight to the Hulk, and Dad just go like, "Yep, fuck her" or whatever. And I'm like,
Yeah, I thought that was weird too.
but then the thing is, it kind of shows that at the end of the day, he really didn't give a damn about her. Maybe a little bit, but
He does care, but just not enough,
like the thing's like again, like I got a feeling because at the end, one of the part was like the only like there's part where I believe Bruce got sedated and taken to like this custody on like on the helicopter or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then they had a conversation, a father and daughter talk, and then I think Elizabeth was like, "Never talk to me like your daughter like ever again," right?
Mhm.
And then his dad was like, "The only reason why you're not in cuff is because you're my daughter," right?
Yeah, yeah.
And first I'm like, "Oh, maybe he cares," but then I realize maybe the reason is that he doesn't want dirt on his name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Because
By having her daughter in the dirt, you know what I mean? So like my image of him, I don't know if that's on purpose or it's just like a screen, like just like lousy writing, but it makes me feel like his dad really don't give a crap other than his career. You see, I don't know if that's on purpose, but
yeah.
I thought that guy was like good. Like I thought it was just like a click right away. I'm like, wow, like all the shit. I was like, why the hell would you do that? Like, if you love your kid, oh, you did. That's what I mean. Like, oh, right, now that makes sense. You know what I mean? So he comes out as like a really cold-hearted, cold-blooded father.
Yeah. If they wanted to go that route, I feel like they should have went all in that route. You know what I mean? Instead of sprinkling some like moments where he cared.
Was there a moment?
Yeah, like when the helicopter was attacking, he was like, "No, don't shoot!" Right?
Oh, I see. Well, because I don't know. For me, like when stuff like that happen,
Mhm.
it kind of come across as in like don't shoot because like I don't want to be branded as a father who like my daughter died by my own squad. Like I could turn it in a way that he don't want his name to be dirty. That
Um,
I don't know. Probably because he's probably the only character I like in the movie. I don't know. I would say like either like somewhat appreciate. I'd say
hmm.
even.
The opening sequence where they're going through the origin of Hulk and how he got transformed. Remember that moment where Betty was on the floor and General was like crawling towards the daughter and he's like, "No, don't attack us."
Oh, so that was the general,
Yeah, that was the
the one
General.
who's bleeding.
Yeah.
Ah,
See, so that moment showed that he cares too, but like throughout the movie, it's clear that it doesn't seem like that way.
I see.
Yeah, so that's why I wish they went all in on one or the other and not kind of like flip flop
I
between the
see.
both options.
I see. I see. I see.
But I do like his look
Mm-hmm.
for this movie. I feel like,
It fits, eh?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
very fits. Okay,
Fits to a T.
so now next character I guess would be
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Blue. Let's go with Mr. Blue. I thought this was
Yes.
I thought this was another
Yeah.
character that was well casted too. Like the
Yeah, I think so too, because he also like specifically mentioned too, right? For him, he'd rather be curious than cautious,
Mhm.
and it's played straight up like the whole time he was active, right?
Yeah.
The whole his action, it was that he didn't care about like his life. He didn't care about consequences. He was just like, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like I wouldn't know what would happen if I press this button. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
yeah, yeah.
And and I thought that's very endearing.
I felt it kind of shows like the actor like really had fun with that role, like being that
Yeah.
crazy scientist almost. Like,
Yeah, because it just fits really really well.
and so at his last scene where he gets kind of like knocked down and have the gamma blood drip onto him and starts to mutating him.
The question is, did he die there or did he transform into like another bad guy or whatever?
That was supposed to be setting up his story for him to be the bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
right? So his character is supposed to be called the leader, and he's supposed to be like the number one Hulk enemy.
Ah.
Yeah, so you know how like Hulk is like super strong and stuff. Like the leader is supposed to be like super smart, and they're always clashing against each other.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe like when you get transformed by gamma radiation like that, like it comes from a
Mhm.
desire.
What do you mean desire?
So like so Banner's desire to be angry, I guess, because he's angry at his father or something, suppressed rage.
I don't know the backstory, but okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was just briefly reading about this earlier, but anyways,
Mhm,
the
mhm.
leader's desire was to be smarter than his brother, which is why he got the super brain power.
Oh, so what it does is just like it. So it. Oh wow. So that thing just fulfill your darkest fantasy.
Yeah. So this we'll get into that later, but after we
Mhm.
go through characters. But this is what I mean. Like it fulfills your deep fantasies, dark desires.
Interesting.
Yeah, supposedly.
Huh.
I would have loved to see what they have done with the leader because he looks like a cool character and he's a very good adversary against for Hulk. Yeah, so I'd say So of the characters that we've seen, I like Mr. Blue, the leader, and I like General Ross.
Yeah, General Ross. But what about the parkour, the hardcore parkour dude?
Hardcore parkour. Yeah, that was gonna say. So I guess our last character we're gonna be talking about is called Abomination Blonsky, whatever his name is.
Sure.
Yeah, I only know him as Abomination.
I only know him as a hardcore parkour.
So what do you think of this guy? This guy who just wants to be there just to fight.
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, the fact that he wants to fight and whatever seems pretty cool, but and the fact that he stays, I don't know. I don't know. I think it could be done better. I don't know.
I think he's just like a C tier character, I guess. It's not that I don't
What do
care
you mean by
about him, but I
CT?
just kind of wish
Yeah.
he had more motivation.
Yeah, no, I want him to be more. How do you say this? Like the fighter part of him.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it's more portrayed better.
Well, how so?
Because right, the whole thing he's just like saying right, I'm a fighter,
Yeah.
and then when Hulk was there, he charged in blindly even,
Yeah.
like he just charged in, and just like fucking got kicked in the chest and turned to like a fucking pinata at the end of like the middle of the movie.
You know that part where he was threatening Mr. Blue, like give me more power. I need more power.
That one I like.
Yeah. Like that portrayal of him being like psychotic and like he's like a drug addict, right?
Because he was like, well, for me, not the drug addict. It's just like, I want that power.
Yeah.
I don't care what it takes. I don't care what it's gonna do to me. I want that power.
Yeah.
That power, that power, that power. Like that's all he has. That kind of drive is. I thought that's why like the only part that makes me like remember him
Yeah.
is that part, the part when he's talking with Mr. Blue, and that was like this two madness trying to get to like this one point, and both of them get to it, and I was like,
Yeah.
nice, like this. Like I like more like the side characters and the bad guy more than the fucking main cast, and that's I think that's a problem.
See, so when he was transforming, I kind of wish, as I said, right, the gamma transformation, gamma radiation transformation comes from your desires, right?
Right.
So if Mr. Blue's desire was to be smarter than his brother, to be the smartest guy on the planet, then Blonsky's like desire should have been like, I want to be stronger than the Hulk, which is why he got transformed into like this abomination character, right?
Is it though?
That's what I wish they did.
Oh no. What I'm saying is like I don't know. Like
Right? Wouldn't that make it more interesting in terms of the gamma radiation transformation?
because the thing is like this what he want is to be stronger than Hulk
Yeah.
or just to be strong enough to fight, right?
I think he wants to be like Hulk, I guess.
Yeah, because I feel like because I don't know because like Goku, right? Like let's just say he's also a character that likes to fight people stronger than him, right?
Mhm.
But when he gets too strong, he doesn't fight the weaklings anymore, right? Why? Because it's boring. Because I got a feeling this character is not just trying to like crop stomp Hulk, right? As he said like every time, like is this it? Is this it? Like as in like he wants to play more. He enjoys the thrill of fight.
Mm.
That's why I think like he probably want a power like probably around the same as Hulk.
I see. Okay. Well,
So-
anyways, the desire to be as strong as Hulk or be godlike, right, kind of mutated his physical form. I wish they played it more into the mental aspect of it, you know.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess we'll just talk about it now because like the whole idea behind Hulk is like multiple personality disorder kind of thing, right?
Right.
Like because there's, as I said before, there's different variations of Hulk. There's Gray Hulk, there's Smart Hulk, there's Devil Hulk, you know.
Devil Hulk? Oh, I actually don't know any of these at all, but
And I believe,
cool.
yeah, like all these different Hulk represents a different insecurity or fear of what Banner has, right? Fear of his father, fear of anger, insecurities, you know, stuff like that.
Because you said like personality, right?
Yeah.
Because so that's saying that means, so that means Banner has his own mind. Of course, we know that, and so does Hulk, right? I mean, the Hulk means he has his own
Yeah, exactly.
own thought, right?
Yeah.
But what I'm wondering is like who's the dominant personality, right?
Exactly. Who is the dominant personality? You would assume Banner because that's his main form, right? But how do you know?
I wouldn't say so because he's afraid the whole time, right?
Yeah.
Because he keep losing control. Because dominant personality don't lose control; they're the one in control.
Right. So this is why, like, was Hulk always a part of Banner and he just didn't know it, or
Or the question is there another personality that's actually right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point of the Hulk. You just never know if that's who he truly is. And the gamma radiation just brought out the physical representation of it. Black.
The what? Sorry, can
Physical
you say that one?
representation.
Representation.
Yes.
Representation. Now with me, one more time. Representation.
You know I can't speak English. Jesus. Well, anyways, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Because they kind of, throughout the MCU, they don't really play into it until later. And even by then, it's like, they don't really go all
Right.
in on it. They kind of just like toss it as an afterthought.
Yeah, yeah. I remember I think watching something with like Thor having conversation with Hulk and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of do it in Thor Ragnarok. They kind of do it in Infinity War. And they kind of touch on it in Endgame.
Slightly.
Slightly, yeah. So
Mm.
here's what I think is that
Mm.
since this movie was made in 2008, I didn't think they want to
Right.
go into that mental representation
Yet.
yet.
I see. Yeah. Yeah, I keep forgetting that this is a really old movie.
Right? I think at that time people wanted like campy superhero movies, right? Like something that pays respects to the source material
To the
without
original and
going too
whatever,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. But then I think now, if they were to make it now, they probably would, especially
Oh,
with
yeah.
the Joker, right?
Right. Yeah, because the Joker movie was a left field. That's what.
Yeah, like it kind of touches on the mental
Because
aspect.
nobody expected that. Like nobody expected that at all.
Exactly.
I didn't.
So I felt like Hulk could have been something like that, but they just chose not to do so. Maybe they didn't want
I
to, or they
see.
couldn't.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Like, I mean, honestly speaking, like this whole thing, it just feels very, I don't know, sloppy, not very well made to me. I don't know. It's just because like I'm living in the future, and
Yes, I think so.
but then the thing is like, well, but so does Iron Man. Iron Man came out before that movie, right?
Yes,
But that one was done very very well. So I don't know anymore.
it just really shows, like, because I think the people working on Iron Man really wanted it to
Yeah.
do well, but then the people working on Hulk were just a completely different team.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. I don't remember the history of this, but
I see.
I think the Hulk was made from a completely different team, right? You can tell like people loved Iron Man, and then this one they kind of just
Oh, yeah.
shat the bed with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You can't change it. I think Hulk in general is just a hard movie to do, just like Superman. You know, like how can you make a character interesting when all he has to do is just like punch the guy in the face?
I don't know. I think Superman, because the thing is, like, Superman is invincible, right?
Just like Hulk.
Yeah, but there's something that Superman has that the Hulk doesn't.
Which is
Consciousness. Like he's not like probably not consciousness, conscience. That's probably the better word.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
In the sense that because his mind is more fragile, just like the Injustice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's easier to manipulate Superman than Hulk. You know what I'm saying? Because for Hulk, it's just really hard because I don't know. Probably the only that's the thing, right? You must make like Banner somehow more interesting somehow,
Yeah,
and make Hulk battle more flashy somehow.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, you know what? Now that I think about it, in a way, they're very similar, right? Superman and Clark Kent with Doctor Banner and Hulk,
Kind of, yeah.
like their alter egos. One is trying to be the dominant personality. One is trying to fit in.
Yeah.
But okay, but the difference is, I don't think people going to a Superman movie like wanting to see Superman like punch people in the face and blow shit up, right? They want to see
They don't?
Superman save people, but they don't want to see Superman destroy everything because he's a Boy Scout, right?
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like a goody two shoes guy. But when you
Yeah.
go into a Hulk movie, you want to see Hulk cause destruction.
Destroy stuff, exactly, because that's how do I say this? That's what Hulk is all about.
Yeah.
Hulk smashed and shit like that, right?
Yeah, so I how can I say this? If they're to ever make another Hulk movie, I really hope they dive into the mental aspect of the Hulk and not just the physical.
But isn't there like Hulk, the Incredible Hulk 2 or something?
So after this movie, they stopped Hulk movies.
Oh.
Well, it's mostly because of rights disputes, kind
Okay.
of. Like
Oh.
Marvel can make the movies, but then
Mhm.
Universal will have the final say on it. I think.
Oh,
I think that's the deal,
I see.
and that's what Marvel is saying. Like that's preventing us from making a movie. Like we don't want to,
Yeah.
they don't want to share. But
Yeah.
honestly, I think it's because they just can't think of a good story for Hulk, especially now since they kind of
Yeah.
fucked his character,
Right.
right? Because in Endgame, oh spoilers, not spoilers for people, but not spoilers for Boschka. They kind of fucking they made Hulk into the smart Hulk, right? They combined Bruce Banner and Hulk,
Oh,
right?
right, 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 right,
So
right,
they
right.
fucked his character already.
Already.
Yeah,
So
I think that's literally the end of Journey for Hulk. Like,
yeah, because they can't redo it.
yeah, they can't redo it, and there's nowhere else to go from there unless they do like a
Yeah.
prequel flashback movie.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Yeah.
They don't want to go that route, I'm pretty sure.
Well, they did announce that they're gonna do a spin-off TV show called She-Hulk.
Oh, so She-Hulk is. Oh no. I don't know. I hope it's just. I hope it's good. I really do.
I mean, it probably will be. Like, I would trust Marvel now than I did back then. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my favorite segment of the thing,
Okay.
which is Alex's nitpicks. Yay!
Yay! Always.
Yeah.
Always.
So okay,
Mm,
my first nitpick, not really a giant nitpick, but like when the
mm.
first scene of the Hulk when they're fighting in the warehouse or factory,
Yeah, yeah. In
and,
the factory.
and it was all dark and trying to make him mysterious and not show him
Yeah.
why. They didn't really need to do that. We already know what Hulk looks like. We want to see Hulk cause more
No,
destruction.
no. That's where you're wrong. We don't know what Hulk looks like.
He's a giant green monster.
Yes, but we don't know how it's gonna be executed, right? We don't know how well it's gonna be made,
Okay, but okay.
right? Because the history of Hulk, what has it been look like? A big dude colored green, like literally painted green, right? Come on. Well, I mean, he's a cool guy, which is but like now, like with World of CG and whatever, Hulk has. I don't think he has ever been portrayed in the Hulkiest way possible, right?
Yeah, it has in the 2003 movie, but we don't talk about that
Uh, right.
because that movie was pretty
I
bad.
I didn't know. I don't think I've ever watched that. Maybe that's the one I watched. I don't know. But yeah, probably they were like, they're probably trying to like, show look at this like on the second thing, right?
Yeah.
Just trying to make people like curious. And I'm like, wait, are they gonna do it right this time or something? I don't know. But like, how good this Hulk's gonna be like, right?
Hmm.
And they just teach like flash like tease here and there, and just like, well, what the hell? It's too dark, I can't see shit. Well, that's probably one of the reasons I lost interest too. But it's an action scene. It's the first time your character shows up. Why do you make the darkest place possible? What makes it like I don't even know what the people are. What?
Okay, so you agree with me then? At first you were trying to defend
I
it,
do, I do.
but now
I was trying to defend it, but it is unreasonable. Is what I'm saying. Like it's less of a. It's just how do I say this? Like me, I could think of an idea. Like why would they do that? Like trying to tease and what maybe they think like their Hulk done really well, so they want to show it,
Yeah.
but they don't want to. They just want to tease it to make people more riled up. But the thing is, like the stage that they set it in, like is the worst possible because that whole, Hulk action does jack shit. I don't know what happened. I only see things got thrown around and people are shooting at things and just stuff got thrown around again and people got thrown across the room. Okay, it's just what the fuck? Like, what am I watching here?
Right, because as a audience, as a viewer of the movie, you want to see Banner go from like a fragile, tiny human to like a hulking monster that rips his shirts and
Yes,
rips his
and
shoes.
exactly, and not just that, and just like wrecking havoc to the city. I mean, that's what I want to see.
Yeah,
Total destruction.
yeah, it's like a werewolf. Like you're watching a guy transform into a werewolf, and like they just completely skip the werewolf transformation. Like you're just like, what? No, I want to see the process of it.
They did it like what 4 times in this movie. every time Hulk transform, it's like
Off screen.
first
Or not off
it
screen.
was in the darkness, right?
Yeah, darkness. Yeah.
And then the second one, it was in the smoke, right?
Right.
Third one, probably on the bed, was the only time when we see the transformation ish, right?
But even then, he was like restrained, so he wasn't able to like Hulk out. So he's
Yeah, I know, I know.
Yeah.
But at least like you could see the transformation there. It looks like,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, I guess. Yeah.
but and the fourth one, he was underground
Yeah.
inside an asphalt, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, probably money constrained, but come on,
Yeah. It's
you know?
kind of sucky. They did.
Yeah.
They did Hulk dirty. Okay, so. Oh yeah. So before I move on, I just realized that in the 2003 movie, I think they did
Hmm.
uh, do the mental aspect of the Hulk, but they didn't do it well.
They did not.
I don't believe so because I believe people did not like the 2003 movie, and they didn't like this movie either.
Ah,
Yeah, maybe I should have researched into it. I don't know. I don't really care. I don't really care for this movie,
yeah,
to be honest. So I wasn't.
yeah.
Okay. Well, anyways.
Can't blame you for that. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to my next pick. This one is like a minor one, so it's not too bad. But remember when he was like hanging out with his dog and shit, and then he just ditched the dog.
Oh right, the dog is dead forever. I just remember that too.
I don't know if it's dead forever, but like he got tranked, right?
Yeah,
And
but
then-
then now that dog starves to death. That's
Yeah, he just like ditched his own dog in the apartment. So now the dog is like, where's my owner? Like, what the fuck?
I just got I just got put to sleep, and then now I'm an orphan. Holy shit, that's dark.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. And then remember when the bullies took his bag away and like chucked it somewhere?
Yeah, and he was like, "No,
Yeah,
no,
don't take my
the
bag away."
Like it was so important, but then nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
after he-
he never picked it back up, even as the Hulk. So he's just like, "See you later, bag. I don't need you anymore." All right, cool.
I thought you were important. Never mind.
I mean, I guess these are like minor nitpicks, but they're still kind of like, what the heck?
Yeah, but I mean, like, because no, for me, I thought that was really important. Now that you mentioned, because he was like, "No, give it back." Like that bag is like important somehow.
Yeah.
But I guess he just never played a part in the movie. It could have been something. Wow, there's a lot more hole in this movie than I thought.
Yeah, like I thought the bag had
Because
like some kind of science thing
Yeah.
or something, you know?
no, that's what I mean. Like if it's like something like that you know, that make a good, you know, boomerang. You know what I mean? That's amazing that you picked it up. I'm like, yeah, no, that's right. They could have done something with it. They could have. The dog too. The dog, the poor dog.
And
Wow. Well, probably because I mean, I lost interest in that movie like way before that scene happened. So
I mean, fair enough.
like, it's
And
good God.
okay, so the other part is, oh, we already mentioned it, is the general kind of like not caring about his daughter, like
Right.
and just ditching
right,
her on the battlefield.
Right. Yeah. Well, in my defense, it's like he's a colder character than one he was trying to portray.
Yeah.
That was my defense on this thing.
Yeah, so
Why am I keep defending the the nitpicks? You know.
whatever. We talked about that already, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, despite the okay, no, actually, before I go to there, Betty's supposed new boyfriend.
My God, that's right.
So they
That
introduce.
dude exists.
Yeah, they introduce him, and the payoff is, well, now I know why your daughter never talks about you. Okay, like what the fuck? What was the whole point of that then?
You wanna know what? Because now he knows that his father-in-law is an asshole. He doesn't want to marry the girl.
Cautionary tale.
Exactly.
I mean, I guess. But you
I
like
mean, I don't know. Like, what other connection would you?
literally did not have to
Yeah.
introduce that character. So I actually did not know what that character was supposed to be, right? So I actually looked it up. He was supposed to be an important supporting character for the Hulk.
What is he supposed to do?
His name is Doc Samson. Did they even say his name in the movie? Because I don't think they did.
No, he did. He did. Stan said it. The bartender, old man, cool guy.
Yeah. Did he say his name was Doc Samson then, or it was just like
Yeah, his it was like cause the Hulk dude. See, I even forgot his name now.
Banner?
he asked like, yeah, and he was like, is she with someone now? And then Stan was like, oh yeah, he's a good man. I think he said his name. I'm
I
pretty
know. I
sure.
think he said he's a good man. He's a psychiatrist. Supposedly the top in the. I think that's supposed to be an Easter egg, like a cameo, but they really didn't need to do that. Honestly,
I don't know because I got a feeling like he's one of the reason why I thought the relationship between the girl and the main character. Wow, I really don't care about these people. Yeah, the character was really sappy.
mm-hmm.
I thought because of that, because this character was clearly introduced to be like like the obstacle in their love kind of thing, right?
Supposedly,
Because
but
it kind of give the illusion of like the girl moved on or whatever. When it's clearly not at all.
no, yeah, exactly. The moment Banner appeared, goodbye.
You just go okay. I know you're talking like mid sentence, but shut up. I think I saw Banner. I'm gonna go over there. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo,
yeah. This boyfriend was just like some kind of like toy, I guess.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's like just like time waster.
yeah. Boyfriend,
Like I got time, so let's play around and shit like that.
boyfriend was
That's really
not
rough.
a good use of a character. They could have. They didn't need to hire an actor for that. I'm sure and I like that actor too. He plays the dad in Modern Family. I like that actor, but it felt like a waste of a character, even though it was supposed to be like an Easter egg
Yeah,
cameo.
I don't think the actor was bad. I don't think that was the actor's fault by any
No,
means
I'm
at
not.
all.
No, I'm not saying it's the
I
actor's
think that's
fault.
just the script writing was just
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just a wasted character slot. It didn't.
Yeah.
It was an unnecessary character slot. I'll say.
Yeah, because it kind of like give the illusion of a obstacle in their love and shit like that.
Yeah, but he was no obstacle at all. Like zero.
Not at all.
Zero.
Just like okay, I'll just walk over you. All right.
Yeah. It's just he's just there, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
And forgotten, just like that.
yeah. And okay, and my other nitpick is, despite the fact that Banner is supposed to be one of the smartest characters, why did he do like two really dumb mistakes? And he didn't really get punished for it either until the second time he did the mistake. Okay, so
Oh, what's the first one?
the first one is him sending his vial of blood through postage. Right? Like when you think like when you're scanning for like radiation or whatever, it goes
I
off.
honestly thought that him sending like that package of the blood,
Yeah.
I think it's like what 3 to 5 times more riskier than like Tony Stark business of dealing with weapons.
Yeah.
I honestly think like, oh really, you could turn into this wrecking havoc and you know that your blood could be a fucking problem. You just send it fucking like fucking USPS or something. I'm like, are you serious? To a random dude that you know by the name Mr. Blue, dude.
Well,
You stop a whole factory because your blood dripped downstairs. Now you just send that bloody thing. Just what?
well, to be fair, we didn't see how he packaged it, so it could have been like in a well-contained
No.
unit.
Like no. It doesn't fucking matter. That's not what it is. He just sent what literally could be a fucking what do you call it? A monster-producing substance to wherever. You know what I mean? That thing is dangerous.
Yeah,
We established that.
yeah,
And he was like, you know what? Fuck it.
yeah. I know
Like, I'm just gonna
that was
trust
really
this
dumb.
dude.
I'm sure they could have changed it.
But I think he got punished for that one though.
No, he got punished for the second mistake, which was like stupid. Okay, so here's the second. The second mistake was him sending the email through just a regular computer.
Right.
Right. So then,
I-
before
yeah,
he
so
did
that's
that,
right.
Ross, the General Ross, was just like, "You think Banner's gonna use a credit card? He's been hiding for 5 years. You think he's gonna slip up so easily?" And then next thing is him typing on the computer,
did.
email, sending his Gmail to fucking Mr. Blue. Like, are you serious, bro? So much for the smartest man on the earth, right? Jeez.
I have nothing to say. I really don't. Cause the thing is like that one he got tracked down whatever right
Yeah.
like that the punishment's right away.
Yeah.
But I think the what do you call it the first one the first dumb thing that he did the send the blood thing
Blood thing, yeah.
was also punished in a way that now his blood is all over the fucking place, right? There's a whole case of his blood sample.
Oh,
You know what Mr. Blue did, right?
I think it's
On the lab.
I don't want to say it's destroyed, but I think it might be implied that this is destroyed because of remember when Abomination was transforming and destroying the lab. I think it's implied that he wrecked the lab, right?
Yeah, but still, I mean, the thing is like, because of that stupidity, fucking Abomination was created,
Abomination
right?
was created, and Mr. Blue was turned into the leader. Yeah, so I guess that's the
Yeah, so I
payoff,
think
right?
yeah, that's
No,
the punishment.
but I'm
Right?
not saying like the act of him sending it through just regular postage and versus like him giving it to somebody. You know what I mean? Like
I don't
when
know,
you're
man.
scanning it on scanning the packages for like bombs and stuff, right? Wouldn't you be like, oh, this is radiation coming out of here? That's kind of weird. Let's check it out. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I've nothing.
And I guess the email thing is the payoff was supposed to be like, oh, Shield is helping them find Dr. Banner, right? That's another like an Easter egg kind of thing, you know?
Sure.
I don't know.
Exactly.
I really don't
I don't
know.
know either.
Which you know,
I
what's
just
really funny is that usually when I have nitpicks, Boschka would always try to like
Defend
defend it. This time, no.
Find a reason.
Yeah, no.
Like I would find a reason like why a doctor like the director would like try to like do it a certain
Yeah,
way, right?
yeah.
I could see the logic behind it,
Yeah,
even though it's poorly written. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But this time I've nothing. I really have nothing.
I think this is the first time Boschka agrees with all my nitpicks, even the small ones.
Cause by this moment I really I have no love of these characters at all. Like absolutely nothing. I can't be bothered to like give a shit about them. That's just my honest feeling.
Okay, so that's all my nitpicks about the movie. You know what? Let's go to the stuff that we did like. I like that whenever they did show the science bits, those were fun and good. I wish they did more of that though.
Hold up. What science bit?
Like when he was using the flower to create a cure in the beginning. When Mr. Blue was doing the experiments, like you see all the like
The Mr. Blue I understand. That feels very
sciencey,
like very sciencey. Yeah, like it's very and yeah, because Mr. Blue character is like the super nerdy one, makes it feels like it's a experiment,
Mhm.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. But the first flower, uh, it doesn't feel sciencey at all to me. Probably because Bruce was just like, sitting there looking like a dad and trying to fucking make a fucking beer out of flowers,
Yeah, you know what? It kind of looked like him trying to make coffee in the morning.
Exactly. Either making coffee or like trying to like synthesize a fucking, I don't know, raw scented tea or I don't know. It doesn't feel like he's doing sciencey. I don't know, because probably the mismatch of the character that I feel or something. I don't know, but doesn't feel right.
It's probably because the actor didn't have that scientist look to him.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like when he was a fugitive, is that what I say? Fugitive on the run. He looked like that.
English.
Like,
English motherfucker. Do you speak?
no, I don't. So you know like me, like when he was like a shady character on the run, he looked like a shady character on the run, but he didn't really look like a scientist.
See, that's the thing. Like he performed it like when he was like running, when he's doing the pizza boy, and when he's doing the hobo, when he's doing like you fits that one like fits the image like okay.
Yeah.
But he doesn't fit the science image to me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess he just didn't have the. It might be the glasses. He needed glasses.
Yeah, nerdier glasses probably.
What else? Oh, you know that in like the beginning of the movie where they're showing off the origin of Hulk. I like that. Instead of, I kind of wish they just.
The one where he got like lasered in the face.
Yeah, they explained his entire origin in like whatever 5 minutes. I kind of wish they expanded on that
seconds.
a little bit longer though.
I see.
Yeah. But I mean, it's okay. I mean, I enjoyed it because we don't need to know the origin of Hulk. We already know what it is. He got blasted by radiation.
Well, but the thing is like, not everybody do. like me, I don't know much about like the thing is like I don't really know that he got blasted with gamma ray.
Mhm.
I thought it was just like I don't know. He probably drank a pill or something when he gets. The only thing I know about Hulk was that when he goes angry, he turns green and goes
I
smash.
think that's the whole point of the movie, right? Yeah, you don't want to spend too much time on the origin.
Oh yeah, yeah. Which makes sense, which is
Hmm.
fine. But it just feels like I mean, well, if you could like, well, the thing is like, you also send me a a video
Oh
right
yeah, yeah.
earlier of like the '90s video of like the
Hmm.
Hulk, the Incredible
Yeah,
Hulk, the
yeah, yeah.
cartoon. I can tell you one thing. I think it was like the Incredible Hulk intro, the 1996
Yeah,
one
yeah.
or something.
Yeah, the old school
Yeah,
cartoon. Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Dude, I'll that what like what 1 minute? Not even 1 minute. Less than 1 minute
Hmm.
video portrayed the whole movie better than the movie did.
Yeah,
That's to me personally.
yeah.
It
It
shows
shows everything
because
you need
it
to know.
shows the
Yeah.
hug. It shows how the hug to be. It shows the conflict of Bruce with the Hulk and how it gets between his relationship with the girl,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
And it also shows that how the father was like being over like protecting the daughter
Yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
from Bruce. Exactly, it shows that, and it shows like all these enemies like jumping at the Hulk and how the Hulk just you know struggling and like just bashing everything and destroying and just you. I don't know. I was mind blown at this intro more than the movie did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it. Holy crap! That thing was amazing.
Yeah. Um. Oh,
I'm more mesmerized at the movie than the movie. Holy crap!
I was gonna say like all the Easter eggs they threw in there, like the cameos of Lou Ferrigno, uh, was it Easter eggs for Shield, Nick Fury, cameo by
See,
Stark,
I don't know
the purple
because again,
pants,
I because the weird thing is that
the Lonely
I
Man.
I picked up yeah I picked up a lot of like a lot of stuff on like Iron Man,
Yeah.
right? Like the small details and
Hmm.
whatever, because as subtle as it is, they make it clear of what and what.
Hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But in this one, it feels like they throw out cameo just for the sake of throwing it out. You know what I mean?
It's I get these Easter eggs are just like for fun, like for people
Yeah,
who
for like
knows.
fans and
Yeah,
whatever, right?
people
So
for,
they're like, when they say, "Oh, purple pants," ha ha ha. Like
yeah.
yeah, but I don't know, like even like the Shield, the Iron Man, like the Stark Industry and whatever.
Mm.
I mean, that's only like showed the split second of it too. Like the Lonely Man one. I mean, unless you really know what you're doing, it just sounds like another music.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it's
and
yeah, I don't know.
guess what?
Yeah.
I looked into it earlier. The
Hmm.
pizza man Stanley, he was actually the voice
Hmm.
actor for the I believe the 1966 Hulk cartoon.
Oh, so the Stan dude, the Stan
The yeah, the
character
pizza man. Yeah.
voice, yeah, yeah, the old man,
Yeah.
right? And the security guard are Hulkies.
Yeah.
Now that is sick.
Yeah. See, like Easter eggs like that.
Because I think that two
Hmm.
character, the
Hmm.
Stan and the
Yeah.
security, are probably like I don't know. I don't. I just like them. I don't know. I like them a lot.
I mean, they just give off good vibes. I really like how Hulk sounds in this movie too. Like
Oh yeah, the Hulk actually sound really good. Like
Hulk sounds like
I
Hulk.
like
Yeah.
when he roar at the thunder, when he the final roar at the end of the final
Yeah.
battle. I thought that roar was like
Yeah.
magnificent.
When he says Hulk smash, I was just like, yes, Hulk smash. you know?
Hulk smash. But d- does it not bother you that Hulk is emo?
Oh, because of his hairstyle.
Yeah, the hairstyle. He was. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, Bruce got a haircut, but the Hulk is still emo. So I mean, I don't know. I'm ex emo, so I'm kind of like okay with it. But
Well,
I don't
you
know.
brought it up, right? Where
Yeah.
Hulk's like that's like kind of like a Hulk's original appearance in the comics. He kind of looks like
Right.
that already.
With hair down. Yeah.
I mean, in this day and age, everyone. Well, it's also the hairstyle of like the 2008s, probably, right?
Right. I was there with that hairstyle.
Now nowadays Hulk would have a fade. That's the hairstyle. Hulk will have a fade.
Ah.
Yeah, but I don't know. In terms of character design, I think Hulk looked okay. He needed a haircut, but it looked okay.
Well, I mean, I don't think he needs a haircut. I mean, I think I'm cool with it. I like how Hulk looks too in this
Hmm.
one. He looks buffy, but I don't know. In one of the scene, it looks like he's like small.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't
yeah,
know how big he's supposed to be. So,
because I'm like I don't know. The Hulk that I know is pretty disproportionate.
hmm,
Like he kind of like he's like big, but rather than big, he's more like large to the side. Like the muscle mass kind of just like expanded to the side instead of like making him
yeah,
big.
he's wider than he's.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, wide than he's tall. But in this one, he just looks I don't know, like small.
Okay, well, let's just say if the average person is like 6 foot tall, I would assume Hulk is like
Mm-hmm.
7 foot something, not just 7 foot, like but it's like 7 foot something, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, what's that in meter? I don't do
Oh,
foot very well.
oh, I don't know. I don't know whatever that meters is. I don't know, but like,
Right.
let's say if he's supposed to be as tall as, let's say Soup. Soup is close to 6 feet. He's like 5'11", I believe. So let's say,
No, he has to be taller. He has to be a bit bigger.
yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. Like if Soup is
Yeah.
5'11", then Hulk should be like
Hmm.
at least 1.5 heads taller than him. That's what I mean.
Right. That that make more
Yeah,
sense. Yeah. Because that would be pretty tall. He would like look up and like
yeah,
shit, and then got smashed to the
yeah, yeah,
wall.
exactly. Like
You know?
like when you see the Hulk, you're supposed to be like looking up to look at his face. Like
Yeah.
that's how I imagine Hulk to be, anyways.
Mm-hmm. So do I.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess he kind of looks. It might be the camera angles they use too, right?
Maybe,
Because
maybe.
every time that we see the Hulk, is always like zoomed out quite far or like zoomed in close.
Right. And most of the time, there's like like rarely any comparison. Like there's no other human usually around him,
Oh
right?
yeah, they are quite far away ish.
Either far away or I mean, makes sense if there's green monster rampaging around. You don't really want to be around him.
I guess the only times you actually get to see a size comparison between him and a human character would be like him and Betty.
With the
Yeah,
girl.
but
Yeah.
then Betty, like, I don't want to make. Well, generally speaking, females are already on the smaller side, so having Hulk be like larger than her isn't really saying much, you know.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, I don't know because Betty looks pretty tall,
Camera
like
tricks,
compared to all the characters around.
camera
Maybe,
tricks.
but like even compared to I don't know if it's the heel or whatever, but she's like standing tall, even when there's like the other soldiers that she elbowed in the
Mm-hmm.
face. Even on that one, they look like they're all the same height.
Oh
So I
yeah,
was
that's true.
like,
She might, yeah, she might also
yeah,
just be like a taller female, which is why Hulk doesn't seem
yeah,
that big.
yeah. The darkness, they gotta do something with the darkness. Like it's hiding too much stuff.
Well,
and
that's
and like on the action scene too because like I don't know it's if it's just like like a American movie like style or
it
whatever
is, yeah.
like they always like snap camera back and forth back and forth back and forth without really showing the action
Hmm.
being when it's fighting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like have you watched like Jack Chan movie? Like they show like impact like very well, like a guy got hit and you could see it, you know what I mean? In like I don't know, in a lot of the movies that I watch, it's like a guy was like about to get punched, and then the camera just like spun somewhere, and then like a dude got blown away. Like it doesn't feel like the impact, you know what I mean?
Well, you know why they do that though, right? Okay, so the reason why they shoot it in dark locations or dark like
Hmm.
nighttime scenes is because it's easier to hide bad CGI in nighttime, as you said, right?
No,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it,
It's the height stuff,
mhm.
right?
And the
Yeah.
other one is when they do like cut jumps like that, it's because they
Hmm.
don't have faith in their actors to do or perform proper action scenes that look realistic. So that's why they
Hmm.
do jump. So that's why they cut scenes and splice it together just to make it look more actiony. You see it in a lot of the. I don't want to say MCU, but you'll see it in I think Endgame is when I first noticed it. Yeah, I took like in Iron Man, you don't really notice it because it's just two CGI monsters fighting each other, right? Same with this one. They're just two CGI monsters fighting it. But when you see like two human characters fighting each other, you might see it more.
I see. Yeah, you know, I think so. I think so because I think I saw that a lot in what was it called? Black Panther.
Black Panther, yeah, maybe Black Panther.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like, you know, like Jackie Chan, he's a trained martial artist, so he can fight,
Right.
right?
Right. Yeah.
Whereas these
And
actors,
his crew was like made to
yeah, exactly. Whereas these actors, they're not trained in martial arts at all, if anything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So those are the two reasons why. I mean, if you have the money and budget to do so, yeah, sure. I,
by all
yeah.
means.
But most of the time, you know, the characters are wearing a mask or something, so you can use a stunt double. It's
Right.
very,
Yeah, because most of the time it's like that, right? That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
it's very rare that you would have a close-up shot of the actual actor himself.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. Oh, that's the other thing I was gonna say. In this one, in this Hulk movie, they use the close-up shot of his face like quite often. I don't need to see the anger on his face. He like, you know what I mean? I don't need him seeing like
Yeah.
clenching his teeth and going. Urgh. I don't need to see that shit.
Yeah, they do that a lot, don't
Yeah.
they?
Maybe.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Um, yeah, so I would say overall, you know what? I did enjoy the final fight scene more than I did Iron Man 1. Because at least there's Hulk and the Abomination actually fought each other. Whereas, you know, in Iron Man 1,
Yeah.
it was just kind of gets flung around.
Yeah, no, the fight scene in Iron Man was kind of
Yeah.
lousy because I don't know, probably like plot reason or like money reason, I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, the at least in this one the fight scene was pretty cool because there's
More action, you know?
it kind of shows that Abomination has more, what do you call it, brain than Hulk.
Yeah, that too.
Because like in the beginning when pretty much the Hulk did like a Superman punch and then Abomination just like tackle him,
Yeah.
right, and like pretty much like outskill him in fighting capabilities until he just not do that anymore and decide to brute force with brute force. So I mean, there's that.
Mhm.
So
Okay. So overall, what would you give this movie? I feel like I'm gonna give a higher mark than you, I think.
really, I think I'm gonna give it like a 5 or like a 6, 5.5.
Oh, interesting. Okay. I was gonna give it a 6. We're very close in score, actually. More closer than I thought. But
Mhm.
I do give it higher than you. So,
It's not bad. Like it's not a well, I don't know. Because the thing is, like, it's not like all bad. Like there's some part that's
yeah,
good.
I would say.
And the thing is, like, other than for me, the one that gives it really low is because of the main character and the relationship and their portrayal is just not
Yeah.
doesn't feel right. That's why it
Mhm.
sucked. Other than that, like the battle scene, the Hulk pretty much rampaging or whatever feels like it looks good. It's pretty cool and like
Yeah.
like the army scene where car got blown away or like when they're using like trank or then they smoke that one feels really cool.
Pretty much the first, almost the first half of the movie wasn't that great.
No, yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I would say up until when you see this Hulk the second time, and after that, it's like, oh, okay, those parts are passable. Yeah. So as we said, if 5 is just watchable, then 6 is like, yeah, it's okay.
Because well, the thing is like the main part of the movie, which is the main characters, right, and whatever the love interest too,
Yeah.
right, and the enemy. That's the three key factor of like a a movie, right? Protagonist, the heroine, and the antagonist, right? I think in Iron Man, it was portrayed really well.
Yeah.
The protagonist was well defined, as quirky, like personality, right? It has a face that we can recognize, and the heroine was also like that. It's not just like just a woman that's like whoa, I'll do everything, kind of like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not just full life. Like they would like they banter, they like headbutts and like they conflict and whatever, right? And the enemy wasn't very clear in the beginning who it is and whatever, and when we figured it out, you know, it was clear that he's the enemy. It was like well defined, like you could see the whole thing very clearly. So and each character feels right. You know what I mean? That's for me for Iron Man. That's why I was just like, thumbs up for me on that
Mm.
one. Well, the antagonist kind of like
Yeah.
but
Well, I think the main difference is that in Iron Man, all the characters have at least like a flaw to them, you know. But in this one,
mm-hmm.
not really. I don't think any of these characters had like a real flaw to them.
What do you mean
Like
by
a
that?
character, you know, like how in Iron Man, Tony is like a narcissist, he's egotistical.
Right, right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like because these characters are not like because like for me, like Bruce isn't well portrayed. Like he doesn't portray anything at all. I don't know anything about
Yeah,
Bruce.
he's just we know he's
I don't
like
know
kind of
what he.
afraid, but like everyone's afraid of the Hulk, right? Not just him.
I don't know. I don't even know that. Like it just I don't know. Like I don't know what it is about
Yeah.
him. I don't see his face. It doesn't match
And
anything.
Betty Ross, I think Betty Ross got the short end of the stick of the movie because what is her character? A supporting, loving character?
But that's all she did,
That's
right?
all she did.
Nothing.
Nothing.
That was it. Like she did nothing else.
I guess the only real character flaws, the only real characters that had real flaws was Mr. Blue, General Ross, and Abomination. But Abomination a little
which
bit.
is
A General Ross a
Yeah.
little bit, but Mr. Blue just was really well thought out. I guess his character, anyways.
because that's what I'm saying. Like at least this character, like this character was well defined. It fits the image,
Yeah.
right? While the main character was supposed to be the main, like main character
Mm, yeah.
is yeah, probably that was the biggest flaw in the movie, I think.
Yeah, probably. We just couldn't see him as Bruce Banner. It could be also the script.
Yeah.
Okay, so now my next question would be, does this movie hold up to this day? Is this a watchable movie in 2020? Yeah, I would say so.
Definitely, I don't know. I wouldn't say so.
Like, we watched it.
I think it
we
needs.
watched it.
Yeah, we watched it. I did not enjoy it a single bit.
Yeah, but like, okay, if you compare,
Until like the last part. Yeah, the last part I go like, woo, that was pretty cool. But that was it.
but if you compare it to any of the other modern movies that are being released now, you think it would be able to compete with it? Not well.
Now?
Not well, but it'll still be able to. You can. I can still see this being in theaters. You know.
I don't know. Like if it's playing now, I would probably be like, really? I'd be like, are you serious? Like who the fuck would have watched this? Like I would be like,
People will watch it for the Hulk, but
they'll come out
yeah,
like
I was gonna say
very disappointed. That's what I'm saying.
Hulk, but they'll be not satisfied. For me, 6 out of 10 would not recommend unless you're doing an MCU marathon or whatever. You know what? Even then, you can skip this movie because they don't really reference this movie much, if at all, throughout the MCU.
So, but then again, there's another movie, right? Of the Hulk, right? The Incredible Hulk 2 or whatever.
No, there's only 2 movies that they made, and they don't have any relations to each
So-
other.
So that was the one like back then,
Mhm.
like the one that we don't talk
Yeah.
about, and this
Yeah.
one that we're not gonna talk about after.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, okay, so after that, every Hulk stuff just happens in other movies, pretty
Yeah,
much.
I guess technically you can say Thor Ragnarok is Hulk 3 or Hulk 2 as a sequel to the Hulk movies, but
Yeah, because Hulk had a lot of
yeah,
scene
yeah,
in that
because
one,
Hulk
right?
is a main character in that movie. Yeah,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
other than that, they haven't, and I really don't think they will make another Hulk solo movie.
Right.
And even if they did,
Makes sense,
they
makes sense.
can't go anywhere. All right, as we said before, they already
Yeah.
completed his character
Yeah.
arc. Unfortunate, but it's just the way it is.
Oh well, moving on.
Yep. So, anything else you would like to add on?
No. No.
Yeah, we pretty much said all we needed to say. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that wraps it all up, I guess. Oh, and also before I forget, because this is something we have to do now. Before we wrap up our podcast, we've been talking for a while now, a little too long. We had to promote our socials. So we have Instagram, we have YouTube.
Oh dear.
What else? We're gonna be streaming on Twitch eventually, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, But follow us on Instagram at Fools Odyssey on Instagram, or on YouTube at Fools Odyssey on YouTube, or Twitch, or yeah, probably on Twitch.
Well, anywhere. Like if you Google us, look it up there. If you want to go Instagram, look us up there. You want to YouTube, just look at Fools Odyssey everywhere. Just hit us up hard.
Also, all the links are in the description. So if you want to see more of our stuff, just check out the description and stuff. Whatever, all our shit's there.
I think our Instagram is like the best one.
Yeah, we only have 10 people following us right now, and that's pretty cool.
Hey, that's 6 more than our YouTube.
You know what? That's 10 more people than I thought we would get. So there's a start.
Yeah, that's right. So there you go.
Yeah. So Anything else you'd like to add, Vosh? Nothing else, right?
I am done. Yep.
Do the outro.
Will do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. This is Boschka.
This is Alex.
And this is Full Bodies episode 27. Bye-bye.
Bye.